We're back. Thank you so much for staying with us. We're still here with our expert, Mr. Elijah, and we left it at hermetic bags ambazo wakulima wanaweza store mahindi yao.
Yes.
But we have a concern here from one Mr. Kadenge Kilifi. He's watching us from Ethiopia. Anasema hermetic bags are not cheap. Okay? And no one markets their maize in hermetic bags. They're not treated bags. What do we say about that? Yeah, concern yake ni those bags are not cheap.
If you say they are not cheap, depending on what price are you buying from. Because the last time I checked in, let me mention the company, the simul seeds I saw, like for 100 kg bag, they were selling it roughly 280, unless now the price has been the price has changed. It ranges from 280
to 300
to 300 to even 1,000.
All right.
Now depending with the different companies.
Good.
Yeah.
So we also have another caller on the line. We have Jen Rose. Hi, Jen Rose. Habari ya Jen Rose?
Yes, hi too.
Asante sana kwa kutupigia simu hapa Kenya's Gold. Uko na swali kwa expert wetu hapa kwa studio? Uliza swali yako mama.
Niko na swali. Mimi niko na mahindi nimepanda. Lakini sasa madudu wanaingilia. Sasa hata nashindwa ni dawa gani ile mzuri yenye naweza tumia kwa hiyo mahindi. Yes, yani wanisaidie tu upande hapo, sijui ni dawa gani ile mzuri.
Sawa sawa. Thank you so much Jen Rose. Asante sana pia kwa kuangalia Kenya's Gold. Mr. Elijah,
yes.
Mkulima amesema niko na mahindi lakini wadudu wanakula mahindi yangu. Nisaidie na dawa. What do I need to do to treat that?
One, before we get to even spraying the 4-RMMO, we have it's chemical. We always say the IPM. Chemical control is the last result. You can start with one, monitoring or scouting your farm, which most farmers don't do. Okay. They plant their maize, and maybe the only time they come to do the scouting is while they are weeding or they are doing the top dressing. Okay. When you come in to do the top dressing, the 4-RMMO already has started attacking your crops. You can, one, when you're doing the weeding, you can use like the women you were talking with. You can use ash.
Wood ash.
Wood ash. Two, and the wood ash now you will pour it or you put it at the head of the maize. You can also use the same soil that you're using. Now the last result is the use of the chemicals.
Chemicals. How effective is the use of the wood ash na kwa soil? Na ukisema kwa tip, kwa head, is it hapo mali kuna kafanel?
Yes.
Mkulima siende yeke pia mali.
Because already the 4-RMMO is inside there. The egg now is there.
So what's the science of the soil and the wood ash? What does it do to the fall armyworm ikiwa hapo ndani so that we can say it's effective using the wood ash or the soil?
You will suppress the eggs now from developing from the egg to the larvae to the adult. Right. That is, if unajua kuna yule mkulima sasa, as you say, the hermetic bags are expensive. Kuna mkulima pia yatapata kununua hizi dawa pia ni expensive. So those are the cultural methods you can use. Now we go to the use of the chemicals. You have to use the selective insecticides, and you have to spray on time. Because most of the farmers will find they will spray their maize during the day. Kukiwa na jua sana. And we always recommend, if you spraying insecticide for the 4-RMMO, you either do it very early in the morning or late in the evening. Because now when you do it during the day, it won't be very effective on the plant. Yes.
So you can confirm that iyo kutumia wood ash, iyo kutumia soil, it's effective.
It's to suppress and to control. Now before you go now to the last resort of using the chemical, because now when you go to use chemical, that tells you your plant is already invested by this worm completely. So you're almost now losing, and you know A fall armyworm can make you lose even 70% of your crop.
Right.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo Jendroz umesikia, you can use wood ash, you can also use some soil, unaweka hapo ndani ya funnel.
Yes.
But the last resort itakuwa sasa hiyo chemical. All right. So there's also someone here, Mr. John, anauliza ebu tuoneshe picha ya hiyo hamatic bag. We do have it. Mr. Elijah, please confirm ni hiyo.
Yeah, that's one example of it. If you go now to the small seeds, iko na kwa hiyo gunia imeandikwa PIC, PICS, P-I-C-S.
Right.
It's just like that one there. The only difference with the other bags is hata ukiangalia iko na polythene ndani.
All right.
Iko na polythene, then now it's double. Ile ingine ya animal feed iko two single, iko na double, iko na polythene.
Right.
So ikiwa na polythene, that means maji, your maize won't be contaminated by water.
Right. So as we wind up, nikisha nunua hii gunia ama wherever I'm storing it, nikipeleka hapo kwa storage area yangu, your store, is it recommended niweke direct kwa smiti, or kuna watu utaona saa zingine wanaweka crates and then they start putting the maize on top? What is the best way nikienda kuzistore huko?
The best way to store your maize after you umeka kwa zile bags, don't store your maize on the floor. There are those wooden pallets. You can use the pallets. So you store your maize on the pallets. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Please talk to us about the risks. Umesema we are almost all of us eating food that has been contaminated with aflatoxin.
Yes.
Inatufanyia nini kwa mwili? What are the risks of doing what we are doing at the moment?
Risk of what you're doing at the moment is one, aflatoxin is it's said to be the one reason why we are suffering from cancer at a very high rate. Aflatoxin, the more unaikula inakaa kwa mwili yako, it becomes, now it start now bringing problems to your organs, for example the liver. So the more you consume it, you will continue accumulating it in your system.
Right.
Na baadaye itakuletea madhara. Health wise, you will be in great problem.
Is there a way to test if a particular crop has been contaminated by aflatoxin? Alafu pia tuambie, ndio ukitaka kujua mind yako what it has is aflatoxin, I don't confuse it with other things. What are those things that I'll see on my maize that will give me that indication? Very quickly as we wind up this conversation.
In your maize, you will find the mold. When you find your maize has started having mold.
Any color, particular color?
Gray to yellow.
Okay.
When your maize has mold, that one is a sign like that your crop, your maize is on aflatoxin. Also, the beetles that zile wale wadudu unapata kwa maize. You stored your maize, it has some now been started being affected by how wadudu. You definitely know that your maize, it's not safe for human consumption. Yes.
All right. Thank you so very much, Mr. Elijah, for speaking to us today on All Matters Aflatoxin. We are not yet done with this conversation. We'll definitely invite you again so that we really understand what our farmers can do to protect themselves from this headache that we are calling aflatoxin. We're going to wind up with a question here from Mr. Kadenge, who is asking, is crop rotation practical kwa ule mtu ambaye shamba yake ni 50 acres? Na hapo ndo analima kila season. Well, because of time, we'll not answer that, but this is a conversation we'll follow up later on another time in the show on how practical is crop rotation for the large-scale farmers. Thank you so very much for watching our program today. We'll see you again tomorrow with a lot more when it comes to All Matters Dairy Farming in Kenya. My name is Violeta Ngina.
Kenya's Gold.